Yeah, okay, we're good.
Awesome. Hey everyone. We are so excited to be here this evening. Thank you for the great introduction. As she shared, we are Charlotte Black Owned. I am Ashley. I'm the Director of Operations for Charlotte Black Owned. And this is Maddie.
And I'm Maddie. I'm the Director of Community and Partnerships at Charlotte Black Owned. So yeah, we're excited to kind of chat with y'all tonight and talk a little bit about how we got started, the work that we do, and some things that we have coming up and how we can possibly support you. So I will kick it off. So we started in
2020.
In June of 2020. If you guys can remember that far back, I mean, I know the pandemic has seemed like so long ago, but we started in June of 2020. Ashley and I, who we've been friends for many years, we were just having a conversation about how we can get more people involved in things that really supported Black causes and Black people. And so something we came up with that we thought was universal was supporting Black-owned businesses. So maybe you didn't want to attend a rally or a march, or maybe you didn't want to share your political ideas, but you wanted to support causes that supported people of color. So we decided it started as a text message. We were like, hey, we should start a page where we just tell people about Black-owned businesses in Charlotte. There aren't that many of them. Or this was our idea. Did someone have a question?
I think somebody was unmuted, but you're good.
Okay. So we decided to start this page on Instagram, and we said, okay, we'll look for Black-owned businesses, and we'll tell people where they can shop. We figured there are maybe 15, maybe 20 Black-owned businesses in Charlotte that we can tell people about. And so we said, okay, we really want this to be an aggressive goal for us. So we said, at the end of a month, our goal was to have 1,000 supporters. And a few days after we started this page and kind of shared what we wanted to do, we had somewhere between 10 and 12,000 followers. So we were like, oh, this is something that people really want and are responding to. Right. So did you want to say something?
No, I was just saying something they need to. A lot of people ask about our origin story, like Maggie said, and how we got to where we are. And I think it was the need for it too, and the timing. So just wanted to say that as well.
Yeah, but we didn't have any plans for it to be more than a place to figure out where the Black-owned businesses were. So two things happened. One, many thousands of people reached out to us and said, hey, we want to support this. We think this is great. This is something that our city needs. And then on the other side, we thought there were 15 to 20 businesses. And within a few weeks, we had a list of about 350 businesses in Charlotte. So we were like, oh, there are a lot of Black-owned businesses here. And Ashley and I are both social workers by trade. We both have masters in social work. And so naturally, we ask people, what are the needs that you have? Like, how can we support you? And so business owners shared so many needs, and that kind of got us to the work that we do today.
And in what Charlotte Black Owned does, we always say three things. We connect, we engage, and we support. And we connect the community to businesses, whether it's through our social media platform, which I think is where most people are familiar with us, collaborating with other businesses and brands within Charlotte, and then also connecting businesses, Black-owned businesses, to opportunities in Charlotte. With engagement, we also do that by finding fun ways to bring the Black community and everyone in the community together to, like, our trivia nights and different events like that. And we always try to support a Black-owned business in anything we do. So anytime we have an event, a Black-owned business is being supported, whether we're at a Black-owned venue, using a caterer, DJ, things of that nature. And then the last way is support, like I said, and that's bringing visibility to the businesses, opportunities, and networking opportunities as well with our Entrepreneurs Night Out.
So when we work with business owners, I think we tell people that our most forward-facing thing that we do is through Instagram, which is kind of for not for business owners but to consumers, making sure they know what options they have for black owned businesses and service providers. But that that public facing work is probably 10 to 15% of what we do, and then behind the scenes is the support part that Ashley was talking about. So we connect business owners to local media contacts that we have. We've had corporations reach out to us and say, hey, we have an initiative. We specifically want to work with a Black-owned business. Can you find someone? We may help them negotiate an amount or a contract amount. Let's see, what else do we do? Ashley mentioned our Entrepreneurs Nights Out, which are kind of like relaxed networking where people can come together and meet one another. A lot of times partnerships form there, and the next time we see people, they've gone from meeting each other to starting a business together and things like that. And then we also have events that are designed specifically for Black entrepreneurs to make money. So we have our holiday marketplace, which is where, and we like to think that this is not being done anywhere else in the country. We don't know if that's true, but that's what we like to think. So instead of having a pop-up shop or a pop-up like shopping, like vendor fair, because there are so many of them in Charlotte, we decided our market would be creating a store for the weekend. So we started this the year before last. We rent a space. Whenever possible, we try to make sure the venue is Black owned so that every part of the operation is supporting Black owned business. And businesses come, they drop off their things for the weekend, and we open a pop-up store. So it's just like a mini Target or a mini Walmart. You can come in and buy anything in the store represents local Black-owned businesses. And we typically have 30 to 40 businesses present there. They keep all of their sales, and we operate the store so they can do whatever else they need to do with their time for the weekend. Okay. I'm running out of. I'm talking quickly, so I have a tendency to talk fast. So if I do, please feel free to raise your hand and say, "Hey, can you slow down?" So another thing we're excited about, and we are big idea people who are always working on things. Something that we learned recently is that lots of national publications continue to rank Charlotte really high in Black-owned business, and so they're like, Charlotte is 7th for the number of Black-owned businesses in the country. And I think I read something recently that said we were 6th in the country for the number of Black-owned businesses. And so we believe that this is true, but no one has the number of businesses that are actually present in Charlotte to, back this data up. So we're introducing something that we are going to launch soon called the 704 Count, where we are going to create a database of every Black-owned business, creative entrepreneur, and service provider in and around Charlotte, so that when these stats from the Times or the Post come out talking about Charlotte's Black entrepreneurship, we can say that there are 1,000 Black-owned businesses or 780 or whatever that number is. So if you or someone you know is an entrepreneur who identifies as Black, that could be African-American, Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, however they identify, as long as they identify as Black, then we want to capture their information and what category they're in so that we can make sure people have access to it.
And on top of that initiative that we're doing, we have a few annual and events that we do throughout the year. So we posted a few Black trivia nights. I don't know if anyone's been able to attend.
They are a good time.
Yes, they're a great time. We partner with Q City Metro, which is a Black digital news publication here in Charlotte. And we host a few a year. So we're actually hosting one February 23rd, in case anyone is interested in coming. And it will be at Weathered Souls, which is a Black-owned brewery. Again, great time. Tickets do sell out. So we're hoping that if you are interested, you have the inside scoop to know that it's approaching, and we'll be putting tickets on sale for that next week. We also do an annual Bridal Expo. It's the region's largest fully Black-owned bridal expo. Again, we like to think when we create things that we are making the first of its kind. So we have had a big impact with that. Usually we have about 30 to 40 Black-owned vendors, all things bridal. So if you are a gown designer, caterer, DJ, we've even had insurance representatives come, because sometimes you don't think about when you're getting married, you need to think about real estate, think about insurance and things of that nature. So if that is something you are interested in as well, and you have a business that you think would fit in that category, we would love to have you when we do that this year. We also do the markets that Maddie was talking about. We'll do one for Black Business Month in August, and then we do a holiday one as well. We
And
also
we do family photos
Yes.
at that event too. So
Yes.
we recently learned of a company that they specialize in bringing out Black Santas. And so we have a Black Santa, and kids take pictures with him, and it's really cool to see people who have never seen or met Santa as a Black person. And so we've had people who are, I think the oldest person who came, she's 80 in December, and she was like almost brought to tears. And so she was like, I'm here to take pictures with Santa by myself. And so that was really cool. And we pride ourselves on having the idea and the mission that although everything we do supports Charlotte's Black-owned community, they are for the entire Charlotte community. So Charlotte's a pretty diverse city. We have the diversity part. We're still working on the inclusion part, which is part of the work that we do. But we try to create spaces that support Black entrepreneurs, but create space for everyone to do that and feel comfortable and welcome. So, yeah.
And then continued partnerships, like we were talking about with CLT is Creative. We're doing creative mornings. Our topic is perspective. So we would love to have all and everyone participate in that. Continuing with the Charlotte Reciprocity Circles, which we are a huge fan of now. It was an amazing event, and we hope to do that. I think we're going to do a few more this year. So if you didn't make this past week's, we hope you can join us in June and later in the year, because it's a great way to connect. We also have needs too for Charlotte Black-owned, so we like being able to meet the new business owners and other creatives and entrepreneurs there, and learning how we can continue to collaborate, because we are a big partnership. We are big on partnership and collaborations.
Speaking of partnerships that Ashley was talking about, we try to be as creative as possible, pun intended. You see what I did there. We try to be as creative as possible in ways that bring out the community. So we kind of have an internal rule. Well, one of our rules is external. Anytime you see Charlotte Black-owned, you know that a Black entrepreneur is making money. We have a rule that we don't ask creatives to give of their time and energy without compensation. So you know that a Black-owned business is making money. And then internally, we have a rule that you will always have a good time at our events. And so we try to provide a DJ. We try to have food, spirits, and things like that. So we internally, the rule is you will always have fun. And externally, the rule is you will always be supporting a local Black entrepreneur in everything that we do.
And a lot of people always ask, how do we get in touch with Charlotte Black-owned? How do we partner with them or even get recognized on social media? The best way is honestly via email. Even though Instagram is our baby and where we started, we get messages so much that it's hard to answer every question and things of that nature. So email is always the best method for us. If you do go to our Instagram page at CLT Black-owned with the ED at the end, in the link, the bio, it has our information for our website, our email address, and things of that nature. So that is the best way to immediately connect with us. Also, if you're looking for your business to get spotlighted or collaborate for partnerships, there are opportunities for paid advertisement as well as being part of our directory on our website. If you're not familiar, we have a year subscription where your business can be listed. Sorry about that, our little logo went away. But we have a directory where you can subscribe and have your business listed. So that way, when people are looking for resources in Charlotte, they immediately go to our directory to find who can help with housing repairs, HVAC, catering, all areas. We want to make sure every business is highlighted within the Charlotte community.
Some other things we have coming up that are cool opportunities to get involved on the fun side or as an entrepreneur. We celebrate Charlotte Black-owned Week every year. We are primarily background people. So if you've been to our events, it's not surprising that you may have never seen us before. We're primarily background people, but we do have a week each year. The first week of June that we celebrate the creation of Charlotte Black Owned. We try to do something new and exciting during that week. So this year we have decided to step into a new lane that we haven't really done before. And it's around the music and entertainment scene. So we are going to throw a boiler room party where there will be multiple DJs, all Charlotte based, different genres, and we'll kind of make it a DJ battle. And our rule will be that it'll be partying the old school way. So no sections, no VIP, and we will have you back home before 7:04 p.m. So it'll be a day party.
Yes.
But yeah, so we encourage you to come out, and that event will be supporting several local DJs, a Black-owned venue, a Black production company,
Possibly food as well.
possibly a caterer, and then of course the spirits, the beverage sponsor. We are trying to make sure that is a Black-owned company as well, and of course internally it'll be a good time, of course. So yeah, so we ask that you come out and support that way.
And then another way to connect, not just with Charlotte Black Owned, but with yourself as a creative, is by coming to the Creative Hub where we're at right now. We just opened it February 1st. And it is a home for all creatives,
Yes.
not just for one. So whether you're a podcaster, photographer, influencer, if you're in the production realm, things of that nature, we want a space where you can come outside of home but feel comfortable at home and have the autonomy to create. So we are very affordable. We like to say we're Charlotte's most affordable creative space. But if you do come and you book with us, we offer membership opportunities where you can get a membership for 4 hours that you can utilize a month, 6 hours a month, or 8 hours at a max. And if you just want to test it out and get out of the house and have a meeting or just to get your creative juices flowing, you can do a la carte hours, and it's only $30 an hour. You get access to the full space, and all the equipment that we have in the space is here when you come. So you kind of just show up and create. You don't have to worry about lighting, cameras, podcasting, digital representation. We have it all for you. So we would love for people to come see the space, create in the space. And also in our Instagram bio, we have the link for the website where you can kind of get more information about the Creative Hub.
Something that we know we're going through a lot of things very
Yes.
quickly. We will have a question and answer portion if you have any questions. Something we get asked a lot about is what our vision for the future is. So right now we are proudly a for-profit supporting for-profits, but Ashley and I, again, both come from a social work mindset, and so the goal is to become a nonprofit, and prayerfully, this space will be something that's covered by a partner so that it can be free for all creatives in Charlotte to use at any time. So that is our long-term plan for this space. And then everything we make here supports Charlotte's Black-owned community in various ways. So yeah.
I feel like we have talked a lot, so I'm trying to make sure we mention all the important things we wanted to mention. But we are always open to partnerships and collaborations. Again, that's kind of our backbone and what we stand on as individuals. So if there is something that you feel like would be a great fit for your business and Charlotte Black Owned, we welcome it. We would love to hear from you. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That was not an hour,
I
but
know.
usually people
We
have
had
to cap us.
conversating,
Yeah,
yes.
usually people have to cap us, and I'm like, this is the first time we stayed under time. But that's the general gist of who we are and what we do. And now we would love to converse.
Yes, we're conversationalists, so we love to talk with everyone.
Well, thank you. I know you went under time, but that's a lot. Like, you do a lot. That is amazing. Congratulations. I mean,
Thank
you know,
y'all.
it's pretty amazing for, you know, to hear the story of two best friends and really aligning in like vision and coming together to do something that you both care deeply about. So we would love to open this up for a Q&A. I will stop the recording so that
Okay.
people can speak freely.